Hello, how you doing? You all right? Like London buses, isn't it? You do one live show and then or thing, and then boom, just fancied it. You know what I mean? Anyway, thanks for joining. If you are joining, if not, then you obviously are because you can hear me. Anyway, I've just done another review. I've still got the beer I was doing earlier, the Napa beer. Still drinking that. But I just done another review for kind of later on in the show. We've also got another beer warming up, so I may pop out if anyone joins. If no one joins, then I'll just clear off and delete the thing. I've just done a review of Westerham and collaboration with John Keeling, and this is a Nova Angler New England IPA, 5.9% ABV, 30 IBUs. The fourth and final beer they sent me a couple of weeks back or whatever it was. So that'll be up fairly soon, maybe this coming week. Just getting it out of the way. There's a few other beers from that I've got to do another beer that I've just not got round to reviewing from Innocent Gun. So I've got 3 beers I want to do reviews from them. I've got the Session IPA, the Mangoes on the Run, and the what's it called? Tropic like it's hot. They sent me like 2 cases of that beer a little while back, and I feel a bit bad that I haven't actually done it, but there you go. There's one in the fridge, so I'm going to be reviewing that over the weekend. That'll be posted fairly soon. So, yeah, on the Napa beer still. We'll drink this one first, and then we'll go on to the next one. So, anyone watching, let me get the comments up. There's probably not, because why would there be? What's the point? I'm hoping to be joined by Harry. I think he's doing a couple of reviews, or I hope he is. What we got going on? There we go. There's someone watching, apparently. Which turn that down. So, one person watching. What are you drinking? You drinking anything? It's quite late now in the UK. It's just gone midnight, as the show title suggests. Gone past the longest day of the year. Yeah, pretty cool. Waffle. Thought I'd come live, just on time. I like to be on time. If I'm starting at that time, that's it. This is a nice beer. I don't really want to go into it because I've done a review. So I will post it, but yeah, it's really damn good. Not had too many beers from Napa beer out of Spain. It was a lovely kind of creamy looking beer. It's a lovely kind of 500ml can. Love the artwork on it as well. It's really cool. Shots fired, it is. Shots fired. Pretty cool. So, we're just waiting for Harry, and then it'll get more interesting than just me boring the hell out of you. So, trying to think. Oh yeah, went to the beer merchants in good company. Kind of carrying on from my little kind of channel update thing, or whatever you call it, just a little while ago. That was really good. Got there 6 o'clock. They checked the tickets. We got in the front of the queue, checked the tickets, straight in at 6 o'clock in the evening. Boom. I was gutted I missed the Cantillon tasting. That was one thing that, like, a few of my friends were going to it, and I was really a bit cheesed off about that, because I assumed that the Cantillon would be available, and they weren't. It was just for the tasting only. I was like, so it's like, I kind of went into the festival in a bit of a mood. I suppose not a mood, but went somewhere, and we ended up going places, and we were kind of wasted a lot of time, which is a little bit annoying. I'd rather have been in the local area to where the festival was, but that's just me. It's one of the reasons I actually go out, and when I go out, I kind of drink on my own, like I do my own thing, kind of thing. So it's but yeah, it was a great festival. There was some absolutely fantastic beers. I think one of the first beers I tried was Soup from Garage, another Spanish brewery. That was fantastic. What else did I try? I had a couple of beers from Daya, really damn good, fresh on draft on the main bar. What else? I had a taster from Tiny Rebel, which was okay. Nothing too kind of that blew me away really. And then on Apollo, had a couple of beers there. Just absolutely amazing. I have to say they were really damn good. Um, Dangerously good because I mean the ABVs are like 10+% beers. Let me just try and get these beers up on my Untapped here, so we'll go through it a little bit more detail than me waffling on. So yeah, well, first of all, I went to had a couple of train beers on the way. I've actually posted the review earlier today. One from White Hag in Ireland, and then from the Alphabet Brewery, is that A to the K American pale. That was pretty damn good. Then I went to Kill the Cat, which is in Brick Lane in London. That was really damn good. Me, Jake, and I think Rob went there in November of 2017. I'm pretty drunk at that point. So it's nice to actually see the bar in sober light, if that makes sense. Had a few beers on tap there. They had Not Today Nibs, which is a beer from Glasshouse out in Birmingham, up kind of near where Harry is currently. I know he's going to be moving soon. So that was good. That was a milk stout. Pretty damn good. And then I had a half of one of the Northern Monks patrons projects. It's the 17.02. So it's a collaboration with Stibergets and Garage. Pretty damn good. Tropical IPA. Yeah, pretty damn amazing beer. Then I went on to the Soup from Garage when I got to the festival. What was next? Then I had a beer from Burning Sky, funnily enough, a brewery that I'm going to be doing a showcase next week on, and there's a Saison de Fête. That was pretty damn good. Nice to try. You know, it's one of them. They do that beer in a larger bottle, but they had that on draft, which was really absolutely banging. What do I have after that? Yeah, the Living Easy or Easy Living from Tiny Rebel, which is okay. It's just an IPA. Nothing too kind of blew me away, but it was nice to try. And then I had a beer from Omapollo. It was the I can't even. I'm going to butcher it up. Hippodama, pastry stout. What's the ABV of that? Let's have a look. That was 11% ABV. So it's a chocolate peanut butter toasted spread stout. Yeah, on Apollo, you can't go wrong with them. I mean, it's not often I get to try on Apollo, especially on draft. So yeah, that was really good. What else have we got here? Another patrons project, which is the 13.04 tank petrol Amiga Vortex, which is pretty cool. That was on draft. The Ace. Then I had Meet Me in the City, which I'd done a review of in a can, but I had it first on draft, so it's good. What else we going? I had Tuk Tuk Drama, which is pardon me, a Poljala Poljala. I'm probably butchering that up as well. Poljala, that's a collaboration with Collective Arts out of Hamilton, Ontario in Canada. So that's pretty damn cool. Lithuanian, not Lithuanian, Estonian. Is it Estonian? I think it's Estonian and a Canadian brewery collaborating together. So that's pretty damn good. And then I had the Aeon freeze-dried blueberry marzipan float from Omapollo, which was blew me away that beer. Awesome stuff. And then I did actually get to have a taster of a Cantillon, which was really, really nice. Just a bit gutted that I didn't actually get to go to the tasting, but I got a slight kind of tastings of one of them, and that was Saint Lamvinus. I'm probably butchering that up as well because I can't read. But yeah, that was really good. It's like a fruited lambic, like almost like a cranberry looking kind of beer. But yeah, really nice. And then I had a beer that just completely slowed me up. Basically, I wasn't drunk or anything by that point. I had a beer called Coconuts from Lambic from Lervik out in Norway, and that was a 12.5% ABV beer. Impy milk stout with maple, vanilla, and coconut. Yeah, so that's £5 for a third. Bit pricey, but yeah, it's a great beer and all that. I loved it. When you're at a beer festival, the body on the beer was so thick and creamy, just gloopy, and it's like I had about a third of that pour, and it slowed me down big time. It filled me up. It was very good, but I actually struggled drinking it. Not because it was bad. It's just the body of the beer. It completely stopped me in my tracks. It just stopped completely. It's a great beer, but yeah. So that was a little bit kind of gutting that it kind of done that to me. What else did I have? And then I had a beer from Yonder Brewing and Blending. I had their Farmhouse Pale, which is really good. I'm really getting into that kind of like farmhousey saison kind of beer styles the last couple of years. But this year I'm doing a lot more kind of sours and Kettle sours and Berliner Weisses and that stuff. I just love it. I'm starting to appreciate them more. It's just taken me 4 or 5 years to get there. But when I first tried them, I was like, how am I going to like this style? So I forced myself. Eventually I got there. Just stubborn like that. What else did I have after that? And that was it. I think that was it. Yeah, and then it's just going on to normal stuff, reviews and bloody blast. So yeah, but it's a great festival. I would have loved to have gone to the tasting. I'd like to have gone on the Saturday as well because it was last Friday evening. I'd love to have done the Saturday as well. I had a couple more tastings. I think I've done Lervik tasting and the Burning Sky tasting, and I think Northern Monk they've done a tasting as well. But yeah, that was the 40th birthday in good company. But yeah, hopefully next year they'll do another one. Just call it in company again. Maybe it's a start of a kind of an annual kind of beer festival. But yeah, so fingers crossed on that. I'd like to go to. It's a great place anyway. But yeah. Anyway, that's enough waffle about that. Hurry up, Harry. I'm trying to kind of like fill in the last 10 minutes or so, quarter of an hour, waffling away. Let's go and check the comments. Hopefully there's none. Not that I like comments, but it's just I'm not very good at reading them. So anyway, let's go back. Is there any comments out there today? I hate looking myself on camera as well. There's actually no viewers. There was a viewer, but there's not now. Off the 10th, Chris. How you doing, brother? I hope you're still there. "Hello, my king," he says. Not at all, man. There's so much choice out there for king tubers, and it's not me. It's all garbage. He was there, but he's gone now. So apparently, there's no one watching, according to my phone. But you can't trust technology, can you? Can't trust them. Oh, I'm drinking that. So hopefully Harry's going to turn up very soon. What was I going to do? Perhaps there's some beer news I could try and have a look at. There was a thing on Twitter the other day from Brewdog. Because actually the tweet's been deleted since. Some bullshit about, oh yeah, we've reinvented cask. You seen that on social media? No. Unless you saw it on the day, you haven't seen it because they got rid of it. What a load of bullshit, man. It's just like, it's one of them kind of throwaway comments. It's always a publicity stunt, I feel. I like Brewdog. Some of their beers are good. I love their bars. I think they're really cool. Some of their kind of pale beers are a bit lower ABV stuff. But their dark beers, for me, are where it's at. And when you go into their bars, they're guest beers. I think they're really cool. I mean, they're a bit pricey, especially you go into London. It's like, oh, you know what I mean? Some of their guest beers, you like, if it's really kind of a bigger ABV, you're looking at anything from probably £5 to £7 a third, or if it's a real special one or whatever. But it is what it is. You're paying London prices, and Brewdog are a little bit pricey anyway. Their bars. I don't think it's restricted to London. It's but yeah, I mean, we reinvented cask. It's like, give it a break. Give it a break. It's one of the things, though. Recently, Camera have they just seem to be progressing. I think this year at the Great British Beer Festival in August, I can't remember, is it early August or whenever it is, second week of August, something like that. Just Google it. They're actually going to have cast. They're definitely going to have cast. They're going to have keg for the first time ever at their beer festival, which is great, fantastic. And then you get Brewdog, a craft beer kind of brewery that comes out with, we've reinvented cask. How do you think Camera members are going to see that if they've heard about it? It's going to get back to them. It's just, you want everyone to like all styles of beer. That's not going to encourage it, I don't think. But I don't know. There's no one watching. Yay. Anyway, I'm going to sip on this. Oh, we have someone.
Hello.
Let me just turn this down. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad,
Just
mate.
waffling on for the last few minutes.
Good.
What are you drinking? Anything good?
Yeah, just on the Tricare House Ale. Literally just grabbed a couple of beers downstairs, slammed them down, and yeah, had started off, which was a really nice beer from Fine Ales, collab between Fine Ales and Bibliothek, a 4% grisette, and still kind of unconvinced by the style, but it was a nice enough beer. Had that, then had
Done it.
I pretty much done it. It's worrying because I did say that in a review as well, that when you have to do it, how much that kind of rubs off in terms of the way you drink beers. Because now I find myself like having 3 or 4, 5 gulps before I actually talk about the beer. And literally by the end of that review, there was that much of the beer left. You'll see in the photo that I'll put up on Instagram, there was like that much of the beer left. So but yeah, that was pretty nice, that one. Then I tried the Tongalo Christmas because I had it from last Christmas, and I just thought, I fancy it. It just tastes like Christmas cake mixed with the Belgian beer, which is not particularly nice. It was a bit of a drain pour.
Was it past its best, or
No,
or
I just wasn't in the mood for it, to be honest, and I don't think I would ever be in the mood for it.
time of year and stuff? It's like,
Yeah,
it's just starting to get a bit warm now, and it's just like it's
just
started. It's been shit, and now it's like.
I still think if it were at Christmas time, I think it wouldn't be something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still think in Christmas time, I don't think it would be something that I would really kind of. I think I said it in the review. It was like, I'll have a bottle of it. I wouldn't go for more than a bottle of it because it was like drinking Christmas cake. And I just think when you have Christmas cake, you have like one slice of Christmas cake. You don't have too much more because it's quite sickly, quite sweet, and quite hearty. You wouldn't. It's the same sort of effect. You wouldn't go for more than one glass of it. So I literally just had half of that and then just.
Was it a big bottle?
No,
then, or?
Only a 330. But it was, high carb and obviously, kind of spiced and flavored, but it was just enough for me to not want to drink any more of it. Then I had the salt DDH, I think it's called ICAT or ECAT, Salt Beer Factory, and that's actually really, really nice. Double IPA, I think it's 8%. That was really, really nice. And then I've just finished up on the Trakea 160 shilling, which is never been made before. And it's a strong ale, 9.5%. It's just gorgeous. I think Trakea, they just seem to nail, the big, strong beers up there. They do some nice lower ABV ones, and then they just nail the stronger stuff in very trad ways.
I've not had nothing from them. I've been drinking this Napa beer for quite a while. Shots Fired Napa New England IPA.
Okay.
£2.50 this cost me today.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
500ml can. Fucking, I can't get my head around that.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's from Spain. It's just.
Where'd you get it from?
Well, I got it from the Ravensgate. It's like, I saw the price. I was like, that's got to be.
There's something wrong with that.
I said to Rob, I was like, oh, really? He's like, yeah, I know. I'm like, it was £4 to drink in. It's like,
jeez.
500ml can, 6% New England IPA, and it's not bad either. Like, I looked at the date, I was like, so no, it's like November, best before, and it's like, how does that work? How can you get a beer from Spain, a 500ml can with, I can't remember the hops now.
There has to be a cock up somewhere in the system for it to go to that.
I don't know what's going on there. I said it in the review. I was like, "There's something not quite right with that."
This batch we don't need to pay duty on.
It just doesn't make any sense. It just, I don't know. Perhaps they. I'm not going to say that, but yeah. I don't know. It's not a bad beer either. It's not like one of them wow beers, but it's pretty damn good, steady,
Yeah, very good.
So I got that on the go. I've got a beer from Burning Sky on the go, which I'm doing a showcase for next week, starting Monday, which I've done on the kind of channel kind of thing earlier. And then I've done a review just now of my last beer from Westerham, which is Nova Angler, which is from Westerham and John Keeling collaboration. So another New England IPA.
I have liked the look of those cans that you've got from them. I've seen a few people do them now as well, so I think I might give them a go.
yeah, I mean, I don't know what the distribution is for them. I know they're not; they're just outside London, but they're sort of in Kent, but near London.
I can sort this, right?
Yeah, but no, they I mean, they've got a really nice looking tap room and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I love because they do like on a Friday they do pizzas and stuff. Like,
Oh, awesome.
I wouldn't mind going up there and buying a load of beers and something to eat and stuff. But it's just I don't know. I need to look up like, transportation and all that sort of.
Yeah.
It's a bit awkward that sort of area. I don't know how far outside of London it is. I don't know where it is from any kind of West Kent stations and shit. It comes across a little bit awkward to get to, but perhaps it's easy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I need to look into it, but yeah, no, it's just so that's that really. Just done that, and I'm gonna be doing a load of reviews the weekend. I'll be doing like 2 reviews a week next week. So I've got a load already, sort of in storage, but the weather's going to be a bit hot next week. So yeah, so it's supposed to be getting really stupidly hot. So it's like,
oh, that's good. Tuesday.
Yeah, we got thunderstorms from possibly Sunday to Tuesday down this way. So they're hot in between. So it's like, so yeah, I need to do a load of summer beers. I've got a load of stouts to review because the weather's been shit.
It's been nice today though.
It's been really warm down here. It's been like, yeah.
I think I left the house this morning at 8 and it was like 15 degrees, and I was like, okay, shit, today's going to be like a really busy one. And then it kind of like we had a bit of a downpour halfway through, and then we had big booking in tonight, so we were like massively busy preparing for that. But I was chopping up pallets in the sun for like 2 hours. I'm a brewer. That's what I do.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
So I thought something, and then you flood in stuff, and like,
That was fucking grim.
Would you rather be at Seal Hill? That's what I was thinking.
I was like, yeah, there have been times where I just think, you know what, I wouldn't have got this there. But no, God, yeah, yesterday that was fucking horrible. So some pump downstairs, it was kept on disconnecting for some reason. Then I connected it up, and then I had to have it set on a setting so it basically like would be permanently on, and then it would be constantly permanently pumping shit up, or like if it wasn't pumping shit up, then like stuff would come back down the other way, come back down through the pump. And then I found out the reason why was because the pump wasn't set the right setting to kind of float. It's like you have to set it manually. It's really fucking tricky. And then also upstairs there was a blockage in the outside drain, and that's what was like basically everything was just coming back in on itself. It was fucking horrible.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a horrible job.
Yeah, so cool.
Literally like 2 days, no brain. I'm bro.
It's Friday. Are you working the weekend or over the weekend?
Yeah, I'm on tomorrow from I think 8:30ish until I think we only got a short day tomorrow, so I think we're on 8:30 till 5:30. And then I'm out and about doing other work stuff in the evening.
That's a short day.
Yeah, it's a short day. Yeah, it's a fucking 10-hour day, short day. I won't finish tomorrow until, well, I'll be out until probably about 11ish tomorrow night. So,
you're going a few years out.
Yeah, so I'm going to go and do some stuff in the shop. I need to go and get some money. I need to get paid by the shop, so I need to go over there. Might grab a couple of things whilst I'm there as well, and then go into Clink afterwards. I've got one more beer from Decadent to try, and then
I'm not sure if I like the sounds of them weird IPAs. I'm like, some of them, oh, that sounds a nice stout. It's an IPA. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. The thing is, it sounds. That's the reason why I bought them, because they just sounded. That should not be a fucking IPA. That should be like a stout. And that's why I bought them. But the 3 I've had, the first one I was like, the first half of it I loved, and then it kind of got very sickly and very sweet, and it was quite tricky to finish. The second one, which I had last week, obviously was a share, and I said to Josh at the time, I think they're perfect sharing beers. It's you can have a little bit of them, but you can't have too much. But he said he was loving it, so all supporters, I suppose.
It depends, doesn't it? It's, as I was saying earlier, I went to the beer merchants, the Inc. Good Company 40th birthday thing, Dave Direct, bloody blah, and I wasn't drinking loads, but then I had coconuts from Lerveg, and it just completely stopped me in my tracks. It's like I hit a wall. It's 12.5%, but it wasn't the ABV that got me. It was just the general kind of feel and body of the beer. It just boom. It's a great beer, but after that, I think I had one more beer and then I went home. Because I was so paranoid missing the train and shit. I would have stayed until right to the end. But yeah, that beer just completely. I struggled with a third of it.
Was it the coconuts? It's just really thick and sweet, isn't it? From memory.
Yeah, really damn thick. It's like proper full-bodied beer. Not often you get a full-bodied beer like that. Even if it's that ABV kind.
I had it with Brett, I think, on one of those nights.
Yeah, it's just like really full-on heavy, I thought. But it's a great beer, but when you're at a beer festival, it's perhaps not the kind of beer you really want.
Yeah.
I mean, you know?
It's like you finisher sort of thing. And I think I haven't been to a festival for some time, but I think next one I go to, if I do come down to that one in Kent, hopefully it'll be a Friday when it comes on the same day as you. But if not, then I'll be down on a Saturday. And I just think that when I'm there, I know there's breweries that a lot of my mates are down there, but I know there's like, I want to be drinking more sessionable stuff and be able to work my way through the whole sort of list of beers that they got, rather than just like having something that's like 8.5 and I keep on going at that 7-8 sort of level, or 6-7-8 level, which you tend to kind of get stuck on, and then just realizing that your night's ended a lot sooner than it possibly could have done.
Yeah, I had a beer from Butilla's earlier. Club Kids Never Die. Which was really damn good. It's an orange and mango saison. That's from Butilla's. That was really good. 4.5, really nice. And I had another one from one of your favourite breweries, Ridgeside.
Oh yeah.
I had their Thicket Bramble Sour. Really good. Very nice.
You say favourite brewery. At least we haven't had anything for about 3 months from them. It was just like
one of your favourite breweries, but yeah, it was nice. It was a nice sour. Another 4.5. I had a couple of those earlier, which is really cool. But yeah, really kind of, it's like a red berry sour, hedgerow kind of thing. Really nice. Look like kind of cranberry juice. But really quaffable. Shit. That was really good.
Yeah, I've got to pick up a box of beer tomorrow as well. I'm basically like any sort of clearance beer, because of the stuff I'm doing with Vic. Any sort of clearance beer he just basically gives me, and it'll be like crate of shit. So I've got another pallet load of stuff to pick up tomorrow night, and
look forward to the photos.
Yeah, Harry Kay might come back. Yeah, no, it's just. I think there's going to be some nice stuff in there, because what he did last time was he said just check through it, because there's a lot of shit, like a lot of stuff that's past its best, but at the same time there was the odd sort of imperial stout in there which I haven't reviewed yet, which is I think there was, is it Subliminal or whatever it is, from Stillwater, a collab with Buxton.
Yeah, Yeah, I might have reviewed that.
I think you have. Like
Yeah,
a
I reviewed it about 2 or 3 years ago,
yeah, sounds about right.
something like that. Because I know they done another version of it. I can't remember what it was called. They done, I can't whether it was the same collab brewery or they
They
done
did
another.
like two bottles side by side with like the artwork flipped or something like that.
Yeah, I had the stout. I don't know what the other one was.
Yeah, mine's a stout. What I've got.
But they done another version of it. I can't remember off the top of my head. It was about like 6 months later, and like, oh, one was that, one was this, or I don't know.
Hmm.
It matters not, but
Hmm.
but yeah, silence.
Just gonna bought another load of Cantillon.
Yeah, nice. I saw your thing about it.
Yeah,
Fucking expensive though. Jesus, some of them.
it's coming around about 40 quid a bottle. The stuff I'm buying at the moment, but it's like vintage of 2 years at least. So
Oh, that's not bad.
that's not too bad. That post I did send though, I was like, I looked at it, I thought
I thought it was 150 euros a bottle or something. I was like, fuck.
that's what that guy was saying. Yeah, so he was saying there was. I didn't bid on that at all. I was just like
Oh,
when
right.
you when it went. That was just on one of the trader sites, and I was like, now this is kind of like a good thing to work on to kind of value your beers in a couple of years' time. And one of the bottles is £1,000, and I was like,
Fuck that.
it was £1,000, but it was uh, 16-year-old bottle of something, and it was like De Strausser or something like that.
But
But I mean,
no.
yeah, exactly. I think,
Even if it is amazing, it should be.
yeah, it's
Still no.
when it's at that price, it's because it's just been inflated because it's so fucking good, and then it's so fucking good because it's Cantillon or something like that, and then it's so fucking good because it's like a rare Cantillon from 2 years ago. Beer doesn't necessarily get better the older it goes. It just turns more kind of So I think with the Orval box that we did, that was a really really good kind of project of doing different beers of same beer at different ages. And you have the 18,
Yeah.
so the 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. And my favourite across all of them was the 16. The 18 was pretty nice as
That's
well because it was fresh.
bang in the middle for the kind of. I mean, a lot
But
of these beers are kind of like 5 years.
yeah, it wasn't like a cycle. It wasn't like, started up here, kind of went down. And it was literally like, in terms of quality of what I found, I think all of us as well, it was just like fucking all over the place in terms of the quality of the beers. And that's even beers that have been stored in a nice cellar, been looked after well. So I think there's a lot of fluidity in terms of you know beers and how well they age, bottle to bottle.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I don't know. I mean, certainly of our kind of like Orville, as I like to call them. I like. I think about 5 years. I think. I remember talking to someone about 5 or 6 years. I think that's about the limit. But they go up in price after each year, don't they? So
Yeah,
notice that. But, and I think that's the same with a lot of other kind of Belgian beers. Having different kind of vintages and stuff, and especially on hangouts and stuff, especially being with the Canadian guys and stuff. We've done a few Belgian beers, and it's kind of like it's interesting to see how kind of. I think they've had some aged ones, and I had more of a fresh one. I can't remember what it was. It might be Rochefort 10 or whatever.
yeah,
Or even something like Chimay and stuff.
yeah.
Some of the fresher stuff seems to be better than the aged stuff. I think some of the aged stuff lose a little bit of that complexity. It's more kind of one dimensional.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, that's just a few beers. It obviously doesn't kind of like it's not the same for every kind of beer. Some beers age better than others. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's just experimenting, isn't it? Sometimes it's just finding out, age them and find out for yourself.
Yeah.
Rather than someone. But yeah, it's all kind of interesting. But yeah, even like things like bourbon stouts and stuff. It's like some of the bourbon can kind of drop off, and
Yeah.
when coffee, we all know coffee drops off eventually. Same with hops.
The when I had Anagram, did like a 2-year aged bottle of Anagram, tasted nothing like what it did when it first came out.
Yeah,
it was just matured and different and just not particularly nice.
That's what I mean. I think some of these beers are just better if you just
fresher is better.
Yeah, well, it's not just hops that drop off. It's a lot of things you won't expect. Like I don't know how would a peanut butter imperial peanut butter stout, would the peanut butter drop off?
Well, I just think synthetic flavouring. I just think that's more likely to drop off.
Yeah.
In a weird way, it's not so much that it drops off; it just kind of disconnects from the rest of the kind of flavour. Because I found that with the Anagram, is that it didn't work quite as harmoniously as it did before. It wasn't quite as smooth.
Yeah.
And it just kind of dropped off a little bit. But yeah, no idea.
No, it's interesting though. It's just it's kind of experiment yourself, and if anyone else has kind of like aged these sort of things and see what they say, and I think you can't do it all on your own. I think it's more of a kind of a collaborative effort because it's just beers are expensive and shit. But,
yeah.
But yeah, so I think that'd be something to. That could be a good Facebook group, actually. I reckon. Asian beers and what's the results kind of thing, and then just put everyone's input into certain beers and and opinions on that. I think that'd be interesting.
I do think that there are from the trading groups I work on. There's a lot of people who just kind of will happily share the way that they kind of sell a beer or age beer, and then say their kind of results to an extent, because at the same time they might be able to sell it or trade a beer, so they don't really completely tell the truth. But that's what it's trying to find those people who completely tell the truth.
Yeah. But no, I still like finding out shit that, and then you'll get people. Oh yeah, this does this and this does that. I'm like, I kind of like.
It's yeah. I mean, it's funny you say that sort of thing, because like that's happened to me kind of recently in terms of brewing. So obviously I've been brewing for 3-4 years now, and I had a home brewer who's done a contract brew with me because they're just setting up a brewery, and there's me just doing my brew as I do the brew, and I was like, at the same time it's their contract brew, so they get to fucking do any extra bits that they want to do. And it's interesting because they're home brewers. There's so many things that they do differently, and so many things that they're far more anal about checking. Like there's literally stuff which there's no point in checking, but a lot of home brewers do it. And I was just like, there's no point in fucking checking this because you can't change the result of it. So there was one thing which is the checking your pre-boil gravity. So there's no real point. I understand why people might want to check it, because they might want to check it compared on previous brews of the same batch of beer that they've done to try and work out whether it's actually going to be the same. But at the same time, it does fuck all, because as soon as you get that pre-boil gravity, then you can't kind of make it any stronger. You can't make the beer kind of how you want it to be. You then just something that you basically know shit's going down, shit's going wrong, or something like that, or it's a little bit lower. But then at the same time, it was so fucking funny because we were like, did this pre-boil gravity is like, oh, that's really, really fucking high. It's higher than we're supposed to want the beer to be. And at the end, I was like, I know the way this kit works. I was saying to the guys, I know the way this kit works. I never do these checks. This beer is going to be lower rate, like kind of original gravity than what you think it's going to be. And they were like, no, everything, evidence points towards the fact that it's going to be higher. And it was like, it wasn't. It was exactly the way I thought it was going to be. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. Past couple of weeks have been a bit of a laugh at the same time as being really shit.
Yeah, you're. I don't know if I can talk about your work stuff.
No, go for it.
Well, I loved your little video the other day about your boss kind of handed in his notice and then got suspended and then said to you, and then you like having a beer, and it's like that's just fucking that's so cool. That's so fun.
They've literally pressed the self-destruct button, and they've realised that they've done this. I think they found out kind of really past couple of days that they've realised that they've done this with quite a few members of staff because there's such a high turnover on my site. It's terrifying. And I think they've kind of finally come to the conclusion that it's not working. So there's things will happen with that site in the next few months. So yeah, worrying, but could have predicted it about 6 months ago. But that was quite funny though. I was supposed to be working, so I was actually at work when I got told about that. Went into work, and then I had to go back home, get some pipe cleaners and stuff. And then he literally just texted me and just said, like, you don't need to work for the next 3 hours. And I was like, cool, fine.
That's
Smash a box of Lambic.
Yeah, how was that, Lambic? I didn't see you.
It's really nice. Yeah, we were pretty much drinking pints of it. So so pints of Lambic. That's the only way to drink Lambic. No, it's really nice. I've had that before. I've had that probably about 2 or 3 times before. Bag-in-box as well. But no, it's. I love Erd BSL. I think Cantillon kind of get the name, and they get all like the big sales in terms of the trading market. I don't think they're necessarily the best beer out there. The stuff like big.
Sorry.
No, far away.
No, I mean the Cantillon are great. Actually, there's something about Free Fontaine I really do kind of enjoy more.
Yeah.
I can't put my finger on it. I don't know. They're very good. Really good. Perhaps because I've aged the bottle of one of their original blend of. I can't remember what it's called. It's down here. This is the first batch. The Cuvée. The Cuvée Almond and Gaston.
Oh, that's awesome! That one. Yeah, I know the one.
It was the original.
Yeah.
Because we done a check on the dates. Well, I took it to a bottle share, and it was actually it's the original blend of Free Fontaine beers. Whereas I think after that blend, it was Free Fontaine, and I can't even remember the name of the brewery. But it wasn't Free Fontaine blends. It was this and another brewery's blend. We found that out on the night, and it was like, wow.
Yeah.
I'd aged it for like 3 years or so, 3 or 4 years.
Did you buy that one when you? I think you bought that one when you were supposed to be coming when you came down over here, and then we didn't. Yeah, that was the one. Yeah.
Yeah, it was this one, and I didn't realise it, and I thought, well, it's got to be drunk. So, but it was about 30 quid.
Yeah.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
27 quid.
Worth a bit more now.
Well, I tried it. It was then the bottle shop, Margate. I think it was the first year it opened, and this beer was one of the tastings. And it blew me away. I thought, wow, that's a really damn good beer. And I ended up thinking, this is a great bottle share beer, so I bought it.
Yeah.
They had another one, so I bought it. That, and I bought the Westbrook, the Mexicake that I brought up.
Oh yeah.
It was November 2017. I come up to see you, wasn't it?
I think it may be 16, though.
Yeah, or whatever it was.
16, yeah.
It was brought for that, and we didn't drink it because, you know. But yeah, and we had it. Was it earlier in the year? I had that. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty. It's one of the best beers I've had. Certainly this year. It just it's so complex and full. You know, it's just you get these beers now and again, then you just like, yeah, that was really damn good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, we had a version when we was up in Birmingham, earlier in the year. That was damn good.
Yeah.
So I've always been impressed by anything I've had from them. It's just been really damn good.
I think they're solid. A lot of people say they're really expensive for what they are, and I don't think they are. I think from a buyer's perspective, they're not ridiculously expensive. I do feel that people get charged a little bit more than they should do in certain places. I know that I buy the 750s in for about 14 to 18 pound a bottle, and then you see them being sold at about £30 a bottle, or 25, £30 a bottle for any of their 750s of their core range. For smaller ones, I don't know so much, but honestly, as well, Hanson's I really like. If you're after a sour beer, Hanson's has got to be it for me. Like rips the enamel off your teeth, kind of sour.
We have no viewers. Yay!
We don't need.
I think it's just 'cause it's late. No, but there's no comments to read, so that's perfect.
Makes it easy.
It does. It's just like great host. The host reads the comments. There's no comments. but nah. So yeah. I'm going on. Joe's invited me onto his show on Monday night or early Tuesday morning, so that'd be good.
Oh,
Looking forward to that.
it's nice.
Doing Rochefort 8, and which is cool because I've not actually checked this into on tap, so I've not had this beer. What's going on the screen? There we go. Rochefort 8, which is nice. I've not had that one since I've been on Untappd. I've had it in the past, and Rochefort 10, which is obviously Rochefort 10 myself, which is really cool. So I got them. I ordered them on Beer Merchants. We saw my photo. So I picked up some really cheap glasses, showing earlier, and like $150 a glass. It's like, really?
We're good.
Absolute bargain. So it's nice to get some glassware. I haven't done that for a long time. So I've got 4 beers and 4 glasses, and it comes to 27 quid or whatever it was. Pretty good.
Cheap.
Yeah, really damn cheap considering the beers that I actually got. There's tremendous ideas. The old green collab can. The free, the 2 Rocheforts and another Burning Sky beer that'll be reviewing later in the week. So, and 4 glasses. So it's like, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
And I went on there to see what other glasses were cheap, and all of a sudden they're all. I don't know if it's a glitch or I don't know what, but they're all normal price now.
£5 for everything. Yeah.
Yeah, they're £4 or £5 a glass now. It's like I got them for 150, so it's like
Winning.
I don't know what that is. Yeah. And plus I had a discount code. I got 15% off as well. So yeah, you got to look around for these codes, and sometimes.
Yeah, honestly, like when I used Beer Zoo the other day, I'd never heard of them.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
I'd never heard of them, and I was just like, it popped up on a trading site. I was like, because it had Driefontein in for quite cheap, like 18 quid for a 750, which is pretty dirt cheap around here. And I was like, yeah, cool. I don't care so much about Driefontein. I can get it in from the shop and get it in for cheaper, whatnot. And then I was literally just trawling through stuff which I knew I couldn't buy, and I just found so much on there, and spent 92 quid, I think it was. Got 16 beers out of it. They've all been solid. 15 beers and that big box as well, which was 28 quid. But fairly happy with it.
Yeah,
quite a few beers in there too.
Yeah, I mean, it's sometimes you just Google a beer, and then you'll get these random websites. Who are they? And then it's like, wow. And you go on their site, you look through, and it's like, wow, it's pretty damn impressive. Another one is it Otter Beers or something like that? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's Otter's Tears or something.
Otter's Tears or something like that. Yeah, I think Otter's Tears. I think that's the one. They got some stuff on there, and because sometimes some beers they just set out. You go onto the regular sites and and then you go on to these other websites and there's like they're still in stock.
Rad Beer is always a good one. We do a lot.
Yeah.
We do a lot of wholesale through Rad Beer.
Oh right.
So yeah, Rad Beer does wholesale. Beer Gonzo does wholesale. We buy through both of them.
Yeah, I sent you that link for that other website the other day, and some of the stuff on there.
Yeah.
It's like, and they ship to the UK. I don't know how much it costs. I inquired. I said, "Do you ship to the UK?" I sent them a message. I was like, "Yeah, just let us know what you want." Like, so I went through some of their stuff. It's like, really, you're getting this? They're actually getting. I don't know if it's them or another site. They were getting some like regular kind of American kind of macro stuff that we just don't get here.
That's what you need.
Which is like, it's intriguing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I watched Joe's review of that Bud Light. Was it Natural Light or something? But it was one of those flavored ones.
Yeah.
And I sent it to my mate, and we were like, "We need this. We need a permanent line installed in the tap room or in the bar."
You don't. You don't really.
We do. We definitely need it. Permanent.
I just want a taster. If someone bought one, I'd be like, I'll have a taster, and then that's it. I'm not buying it.
No, permanent line.
Even if we can't get it, I still don't want it. It's just, I don't know. I'm still intrigued by it because it's beers you can't get. Is it Coors Light with lime or something?
What's Joe's called again?
There's something with lime. I know that's come out in the last sort of 6 months. I can't remember. I remember the guys across the pond talking about it. I'm like,
so Joe, he did Natural Light Natter Days strawberry lemonade, and that was the one we were on about. We're like, we want this badly. You look at Joe's videos as well. Joe's videos, like everything's like 25, 30, 40, video reviews views on it, and then this one jumps up to 70. It's just
because it's available, isn't it? These regular beers are available. You get more views.
Yeah.
It's like some of my. I started doing a macro weekly that I've completely forgot about doing because I'm just. Some of them, they've got well over 100. It's like.
Yeah.
For that, but it's just it's people do a little. It's just a. As soon as you put the name in of these regular beers, people are like, oh.
It's
more interested.
It's something I've done a video recently, which I've kind of spoken in about this sort of thing. that, popularity versus obscureness sort of thing. If you get an obscure beer, it's wonderful because you might get that odd person to go and try it. But then if you get a popular beer, then you'll get more views. But at the same time, I prefer to do the obscure beers because it's something new for me to try. I don't really want to be drinking something that everyone else is drinking.
I like to review them just for my own kind of thing. Just, as I said, it's more a video diary than anything else. It's not about getting views or subs. It doesn't bother me to a degree. I appreciate it, and I think it's fantastic that people have taken their time out to watch your stuff. It blows my mind, but it's not the main reason for me kind of doing it, if that makes sense. It's more if video diary of some of the beers, and I put it out there. It's like I'm trying to catalogue stuff, but I don't actually give a rating for these macros. I just do the review and that's it.
Yeah, I think a good example of where you can get is like if you go look at Simon, for example, absolutely massive channel, but then he's like now on the prowl of like, where do I go from here? Where do I, what do I do next? I want to get more people. I want to get more subscribers. I'm just like, you look at what he's doing now. He's moving away from beer, and he's kind of stopped reviewing beer to an extent, and he's more about food and doing food reviews, trying to step into another market. It's almost like he's completely exacerbated one market to move into another one, to try and see what else he can find about it. And he's taken in like a career sort of stance, and I just don't see. Beer's just a fucking laugh. It's not you. You can make a career out of it if you're lucky, but in general, no. Especially on YouTube, God no.
I mean, I don't know. I've known him for a while, but he's always been saying, "Oh yeah, YouTube's going to be the next big thing. Telly's going to go." And to a degree, he could be right in some ways, but then they're not. You're not going to make a career out of reviewing beer.
No.
He's adamant he is. But then why? If he was adamant, it was like maybe a year or so ago. Like, well, if you're adamant about it, then why are you suddenly starting to do loads of kind of food reviews and stuff? Because I think he's actually realised deep down that it's not going to happen with just beer.
Yeah.
I don't know. Good luck. Whatever he does, good luck.
Yeah.
He's got a great following and stuff. I know some people don't like him. Whatever. People don't like. People don't like people. It's just the way shit rolls, I guess. But I ain't got a problem with him. He's not done anything to me. Whatever. I think he's a great guy. He's one of the first guys I started watching on YouTube and bloody.
Yeah. I have to say both Simon and Stuart both kind of got me into this, which have ultimately got me jobs out of it. So I don't slate them at all.
Exactly. Yeah. Simon, Rob, Stuart, and then going across to America, probably Greg. Greg was probably the first American beer reviewer I started watching. That opened me up to breweries I've never heard of before. And but that's like, God, I've been doing this for I thought it was longer, but it's going to be 4 years in July, very soon. But I've been watching beer reviews probably since 2010, something like that.
Yeah.
Certainly from when Simon first started. And then actually on to other people. But I never found like Beer Goggles beer reviews or whatever his name is. I never found out about him until quite later on. Everyone's saying, "Oh, he's the original OG," and I just didn't find him.
Yeah, it's like I think Simon was one of the first people I found. Weirdly, Stuart was second. don't know why. I think it was just the obscureness of the videos I was searching for.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And then I think, you know, people like Mark Elvis, I did find. Danny, I found really early on as well.
Kevin Black was another one.
Yeah, I mean Kevin Black. I kind of followed him because he kind of followed Stuart a little bit.
Yeah, whatever, all buddies and stuff, and
yeah,
they're all, you know, doing traveling.
And Terry came a little bit later on.
Terry, I didn't hear about until I reckon just before I started reviewing myself, which is really odd.
Yeah.
But yeah, in America, I think one of the original first people I saw was probably Chad's beer reviews, and I wasn't really taken by it. And then I started looking more. Then, oh, who's this guy, Greg? And I actually quite liked his style. And
yeah, I like Greg's stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched any of his stuff. I'm so far behind on his stuff, but I hope he's doing well. Since he had a heart attack, didn't he?
He's like
6 months ago.
Review 3000 something now. So
yeah.
I'm not that far away.
Yeah, I haven't been posting every day, so that kind of slows you up if you like. But it doesn't matter what number you're on. Just enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
But no, it's just so they're the kind of, and then the last few years more the American guys and then the Canadian guys. Just,
yeah,
you know, it's really nice meeting those. Well, not meeting them, but it feels like meeting them doing the old chats and stuff. It's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously everyone else, you and so before the American guys, you and Jake and Peter and James and stuff. James is another one of the original guys I used to watch.
Yeah, yeah.
Living in Scotland, doing it, and he moved there and moved back, and fucking he's like a ping pong ball. And he just you can't keep still. Can't keep still, that lad. It's just like he will do soon, though. Anyway,
yeah,
not going to go into that.
I think Bobby will tie anyone down. To be honest,
yeah,
he'll be stuck in win forever.
Yeah, no, it's a good thing. It's good. I think it'll be a good thing for him. But then you got new people like Brett and stuff. It's like, I hope he's okay. I know he's not been around much lately, but
he's good. I've chatted to him quite a bit.
Yeah, I had a chat with him when he was like needing a chat kind of thing. So yeah. Last time I heard he was doing good.
Yeah, I think all's good with him.
And
but
Dean and Peter and
yeah,
just love. You know, it's just I never, when I first started doing this, I never thought I'd have the kind of like friendships that I've formed with everyone. It's like that's just kind of blown me away. The beer is definitely secondary when it comes to that sort of stuff. It's just like, and the guys in America, and it's just like, yeah, this is just never expected it at all. So it's just been really nice.
It's odd because like I went when I was down in Clink the other day as well. It's kind of like I have my YouTube family, I have my extended pub family as well, which is you know you see them week in week out. So I'm down in Clink, every single week at the moment, and there was a guy in there. I didn't even know him, and he was like, "I heard you moving to another brewery," and I was like, "One, I don't know who you are. I've seen him in there a few times, and he was just chatting, where you moving to, blah blah blah." And then he was like, "I'm from around there. I know everything around that, around that sort of area," and was just literally just going on about places and then saying about the future and just like, saying cheers. We had a couple of beers together. It was just fucking weird. I think you just meet, especially in like little craft beer bars, you just meet completely like-minded people who are just uber chill. And
No, it's a different type of drinker. I've always said it. It's just a different type of drinker, and you can go into any. I think you can probably go to any kind of craft beer bar in the world, as long as you can understand what they're saying. And you're always going to be on that kind of level. I think.
Yeah.
Say in America or the UK or Canada or whatever, craft beer bar, you can go in there, have a beer. It's almost certain you're going to have a chat with someone, and you're just going to be like having it's going to be longer than 5 minutes kind of chat. You go in a regular bar with lager and football on and stuff, and like you start talking to somebody like you're a bit weird.
Yeah.
It's just completely different.
It is.
It's more like a common interest kind of thing, whereas a standard regular pub is more. You don't really get that too much.
Yeah.
I don't think, anyway.
No, I mean, where I work, we've got regulars. I tend to chat to them every single day. Unfortunately, since I've been there, a couple of regulars actually died. But there's two of them through alcohol poisoning as well. Great guys. But one of them, he comes in. He's a regular in the sense that he comes in like, once a month.
I don't know why I find that funny.
Well, yeah, I could go into more detail and make it really.
No, you're right. It's just my super dark humour.
So yeah, it's fine. But one of them, Kieran, he comes in like once a month, and then he'll just sit down with me and the old AM and just has a chat. Yeah, he has like 5-6 pints of one of my ales, and then just chats to us for ages, just chilling. And you do get them a little bit. You do get those regulars coming in, but it's not so much, the interest in the beer. It's more just like a chill and a chat. Being a craft beer bar, it's just like a different world. Like with Lee, I think it was, we were just chatting about beer, just chatting about where I was going to, and then I think he just said, I think we must have been going in every two. We had three. I think he had three beers, and he just came up to the bar each time. He was sitting with his mate, came up to the bar each time, and we just had a chat. And I think by the end, when he left, his tab was like half their tab. He paid half and half. Their whole tab was like 160 quid. So they'd been in there all day, just drinking pints and pints of Arbor, which terrifies me.
Oh well, someone's got to remember it. But we've got some viewers. Rod J's in the chat. Hello, fellas. How you doing? How you doing, Rod? I picked up this beer today from Spain, Napa beer. I've done like a show earlier, like a brief show about the channel. One bloody boring. This is from Spain. So it's a New England IPA called Shots Fired. Channel One bloody Shots Fired. And it's a 500ml can, so I don't know what that is in US terms or whatever, fluid ounce wise. I paid £2.50 for it. £6, 6% ABV New England IPA. That's pretty good, I think. But yeah, it's a wicked can artwork for sure. It's it's pretty down. It's out of focus, but focus is about there. Then you can't see it. So yeah, a couple of guns across the skull. Pretty good. I've done a review of it earlier, and it's in date as well. I thought, it's got to be out of date, and it's like, no, November of 2019, best before date. So don't know when it was canned, but I don't care at £2.50 a can. I'll have some of that. So yeah, that's that. Harry's decided to go, so I'm going to waffle on like I do. So yeah, quick mention, going to be on the non-uniform channel on Monday. What's the name? The Beer Patrol on Joe's channel at 8 p.m. Eastern or 1 a.m. UK time, doing Rochefort 8 and 10 are down there. So I was like, what are they called? Yeah, so that's going to be cool. Not sure who else is going to be on. I think possibly Nick from Maxwell Star. The home of Beer Analysis 101 on a Wednesday. And that's, again, 8 p.m. Eastern. So that'd be cool. And I'm doing my next week. I'm doing a Burning Sky Brewery kind of showcase. So anyway, thought that enough waffle. Harry's back.
I'm back.
What are you eating?
Digested.
Oh well, nothing good then.
No. How's my digestion?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think next week I'll be doing a bomber week. It's actually going to be next week. So,
Bomber week.
Bomber week. It's just a bomber a beer every night.
No. It's just good old Trump. He almost bombed Iran the other night. I was like, Jesus, that had kicked off.
I mean,
Wonderful. Wonderful.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. No one likes him anyway.
Fair. Who? Trump?
Well, both.
Yeah, you probably. I have no idea. I don't do politics much, but yeah, it's bad enough. It's bad enough just putting the telly on these days.
That's why I don't.
Talking about it.
I just don't put the TV on because one, I'm always at work, but yeah.
I don't generally put the TV on, or if it's normally something that I actually really want to watch. It's normally something kind of like educational, documentary, or something I'm interested in. Everything else is like,
yeah,
I'm not getting nothing out of it. So why should you get something out of it through me watching it? So
yeah, I honestly think like the 2 days I get off a week, so Tuesday and Wednesday, I tend to watch one YouTube videos. There's certain channels I love more than others. Like Donut Operator is probably one of my favorite channels. It's like a US, but I watch a worryingly large amount of US stuff.
it's not enough. That's fine.
But yeah, there's one called Bar Rescue, which I've kind of fallen in love with recently. Which is it's like Hell's Kitchen. Is it? Hell's Kitchen, but Gordon Ramsay Hell's Kitchen, but
Kitchen Nightmares.
Yeah, that sort of thing. But it's
like a bar's nightmare.
Like a bar sort of. Yeah, that's fucking funny because there's so many related things in it.
It sounds like you should be on there.
I mean, yeah. I send it to work colleagues, and they're like, "What?" I'm like, "It's me fucking coming in the kitchen or something like that." Yeah, so I like to watch that, and then Donut Operator is this like he reviews kind of cop videos and talks about cop. It's sometimes it gets quite political, but I find it quite interesting because the whole political status within the US is completely different to ours.
Yeah, I mean, although at the moment the way it's going, it seems to be catching up.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just not that it matters. It will sort itself out, and people will moan anyway. Doesn't matter what happens, people always moan. So it's like
all those social justice warriors will die one day in a mass grave together.
I don't know. People just can't get on, can they? It's just
No.
It's like almost feels like everything's a competition all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really like talking about politics on, definitely not my channel anyway.
No.
But
On Jay's channel.
Well, I wouldn't go on there, but
Yeah, true.
I do watch his stuff and stuff. You know, it's interesting. I find it interesting, but yeah. He's an interesting guy. I don't dislike him. It's just not. It's not something I. He
Yeah,
does for what he does. He does great. You know.
I think Jay was one of those people that I kind of.
Fantastic. He's got 10,000 subs. It's like, wow, that's pretty damn amazing.
At the same time, it's terrifying.
Last few years. Yeah, but you've put all that aside, and I get what you're saying, and I don't agree with everything he says. Some of it, I'm like, well, it's an interesting point, but it's just not for me kind of thing. I've got nothing against him, but there's other things that obviously we disagree about, and that's it. It's just everyone's different, isn't it? It's just that's the way I kind of look at things.
I think there's certain things I like about the channel, which are like the whole sort of very. I mean, I'm okay, drinking at 8 in the morning, and that sort of thing. Fine, if you can do that, that's great. Promoting it, not so much, but I do like the chill aspect of his channel. It's just like we're gonna do a review and we're gonna talk about this beer, and we're gonna drink beers throughout the day and not really worry about the stigmatism that it has behind it, even though at the same time we're kind of like, it's a fucking bad thing, don't do that. But I kind of like the chill nature of it.
I love the structure that they get for their shows. I think it's great. You can have so and so many people, but everyone shuts up, and I do like that, because I think if you're doing a kind of a beer show kind of thing, you need that.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, wild shows and stuff, they are great to a point, but then I've watched some shows back where you can't hear what anyone's saying, and it's just like kind of, it's almost pointless, really. It's more of a kind of a drunk kind of free for all.
Yeah.
It's just me though. It's not them. They're having a great time, and it's just me. I can't. And I've been part of shows like that. I mean, some of the shows we've done, sometimes you just can't get a word in. But I do like structure to a show. I think if it's a bit like Joe D's show as well on a Saturday. It's kind of got a structure to it. It's not too bad. Everyone gets to. I think it's all down to the host. I think the host is the key to these kind of shows. If you've got someone who's in control of it, I think it works really well. But then you get the wild shows and the after shows. They can be a bit crazy, but they're good to a degree. But yeah, if you're wanting to be heard and stuff, yeah, it's a little bit different. But but yeah, I do think Jay does some great live shows. To be fair,
like Friday Fandango.
Well, that's probably one of the highlights of the year. I mean,
yeah, that was one of the best ever.
It's but it was just like so out of the blue. I have no idea. I've got an idea, but it's just great entertainment. That was
it's perfect.
But no, but I say Jay does a great job. He does his reviews. I think he does a lot of kind of big brand names a little bit too more regularly than I would kind of like. But then that could be an aspect of why he gets a lot of subs, I guess. Because if you're doing like I mean, I hate to think how many times he's done Budweiser and stuff like that. I'd ask him, if it's not nothing I wouldn't say here now that I wouldn't ask him himself. So that's the way I kind of like, do it. I'm not. I don't do it for that. I just there's other reasons why certain people know why. But yeah, he's just. But yeah, he does a great job. I'm gonna waffle on.
Mm.
And a lot of people do great jobs. I like John Anile. He's doing really well. Kind of like his stuff.
I honestly haven't had the chance to watch any of them. Well, I've kind of more recently got into Canadian stuff because I've actually been kind of watching shit when at work when I'm not really supposed to be watching shit. But then at the same time, like John Neely, Jean as well, I've always kind of like watched their channels and then it just dropped off massively the past sort of like 6-8 months.
What you have?
Yeah, I just haven't had the time to. And then at the moment, I'm kind of just saving up like 2 days a week. I will just binge watch everything from those people.
Yeah. No, it's no, there's so many channels, isn't there? You can't watch everyone. It's just.
I think there's always like certain people I have favourites of. Dean's one of them because he smashes through reviews so quickly, and you can just like talk about.
That's something I'd love to do. But I also like to give information and stuff.
Yeah.
And go through bits and pieces, and I could do a review just like that. And I feel like a review kind of thing,
I think when I look at Dean's, I love watching them. When I try and do it myself, I'm like, I can't do this because I like to try and sometimes give a little bit of history behind a beer. I tend to fucking chat to the camera.
I do. I actually in some reviews I just drift off and think, oh shit, I'm actually doing a review here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I forget that I'm on camera. It's like
you just chat to.
I'm sorry. I actually 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I'm doing a review here.
I've done that quite a lot recently.
Yeah, it's just great. It doesn't bother me, but.
So when you get back to editing it, realizing it's going to take like an extra 20 minutes to fucking render or 20 minutes to upload it. Even
I've got a decent internet, so I can.
I don't.
I uploaded like 7 reviews in about an hour the other day.
Yeah, I can do that if I do it here. If I do it here, I can get uploaded that
7 to 8 minutes. Rarely. Yeah, they're very rarely over 10 minutes long, my reviews these days. They used to be a lot longer.
Yeah. I tend to hit.
I think I haven't got a timer on my camcorder, so I don't know how long. Sometimes I feel like I'm just waffling, and I don't know how long I've been on camera.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the plus side of if I was doing it on my phone, it's on a timer. I could probably do 5 minutes if I knew how long it was taking.
Yeah.
But with the camcorder, I have no idea. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with my camera, I tend to try and limit it to like 5 minutes at the moment. I know there's a lot of reviews I can smash off in 2-3 minutes, but I reckon I'm averaging around about 4 minutes at the moment. Which I'm happy with because as far as I see it, like there's a structure to my reviews. It's like I talk about the beer. Here's the beer. Here's what the beer looks like. Here's a little bit of history about the brewery. Blah 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 blah. Anything else I know about the brewery. Open it up. Smells, taste, look. Smells, look, and everything like that. Or look and then smell, then taste, and then kind of like a rating. And maybe sometimes talking about the artwork and stuff. It tends to be like in a whole system like that. And then try and get that condensed down into like 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's just sometimes I just fancy a chat as well.
Yeah, exactly the same. Sometimes it's like, why is this now?
I don't expect anyone to watch it, but I just. yeah, I'm just gun beating to a camera. It's just like, whatever. It's just
Yeah.
Other days I'm like, I can't be asked to do a review. It's like I just want a beer and just can't be bothered with it. Can't be
Yeah.
asked. We've got a few more comments. I'll just get to these. Come on. My phone decides it doesn't want to play. There we go. Right. So we've got off the 10th, Chris. How you doing, brother? Again. Can't wait to host you at the Chippewa. I'm probably butchering that. Piss up. I'm really gunning for going over to the bottle share over in Canada next year. Fingers crossed, everything going well, and my missus will forget. So that's the only kind of issue I've got. It is what it is. She's definitely forgotten. I know she has. Currently on a 5K walk, listening. So he's on his headphones. So yeah. Boom. Hope you're doing well with that. And we've got Matt from Massive Beer Reviews. Cheers, bruv. Cheers, Matt. Nice to see you in the chat there. Won't be making it to your kind of get together. Is it in July? Is it 20th of July? Remember like Civ, but I hope you all have a good time and all that sort of thing. Thanks for the invite, of course. Yeah, it's just a little bit too. I've got a lot of stuff. There's quite a few festivals I'm going to and shit like that, and yeah, I'd need a lot more notice. But you gave us a lot of notice, but yeah, when I've got a kid and stuff, but you're gonna have a great time. I look forward to the reviews and whoever goes, and it's going to be epic, I'm sure. And your property looks absolutely amazing.
I saw it. Yeah,
because I'm into wildlife and shit like that, and going out there, man, I'd be like, I'd be so. I'd love to go out there. It looks epic. So maybe 1 year or whatever, or if it's not there, somewhere else in America, or maybe you can get to the bottle share next year or whatever. That'd be cool. But yeah, I might not be going myself, but I'm pretty sure I'm going. But I've looked at flights already. It's like £450 return to Toronto from Gatwick. Was it Gatwick or Heathrow? And that's at the moment. I'm assuming it's going to be around the sort of third week of May, because they did a bottle share on the Friday and then the beer fest on the Saturday. So I think I checked up Wednesday of that week, and then coming back. I think it was even coming back Sunday, or probably not Sunday, probably Monday.
Yeah, you don't think you want to do some time for, jet lag and that sort of thing?
Getting sober as well,
Yeah.
Not feeling shit.
Yeah, you don't need to be sober to get on a plane. Yeah, and just end up somewhere else.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm just going for a quick gym and I'll be back.
Cool.
So entertain the crowd.
I'll take the throne. Talking about shit. Yeah, I think next year I'd be well up for that. I don't know what I'm doing next year at all at the moment, but I was planning on going back to North Korea again, but just having a chat with Kim about his foreign policy and things like that, and get some beers imported. But the likelihood of actually going out to North Korea is very, very slim because of the expense of it. But Canada would be fucking awesome. Doing a nice little trip over there. So I was supposed to actually be going to Canada now. A couple of months ago, I was supposed to be going to Canada, arranged to go to Canada now, and then it kind of just got shelved. And then I'm not going now at all because it all got delayed, and I was supposed to be going out in September, and then I just couldn't do it. So I was supposed to be going to Toronto for a wedding. So then it just kind of got completely cancelled, so I'm not doing that. But I'm off to Hong Kong in about 3 weeks' time. We're supposed to be out now, but had to reschedule for reasons. And so I'll be seeing what beers Hong Kong has to offer in about 3 or 4 weeks or so. And James Marshall, Rampant Line Reviews, that is actually out there at the moment. I was actually supposed to be meeting today with him. I think he actually leaves there today. So I think I was supposed to get going out on Thursday, and I was going to meet him on the 21st, 22nd, or today, tomorrow, sort of thing. But or today, yesterday, sort of thing. But didn't unfortunately happen. So I'm actually going out on the 10th of July for a week, which I can't wait for. And see some sun, because we don't have that here. And go see some sun, see some beer, or drink a lot of beer, and actually flying out for my birthday, which is going to be a bit shit. Very nice. Nothing quite like having a 14-hour flight on your birthday. And then come back on the 20th, I think.
Unless it's a 16-hour flight.
I mean, yeah, that'd be worse. And I've done that.
Yeah, that's cool. I was kind of earwigging
Cool.
from the toilet. But no, it's yeah. So Hong Kong, was it 3 or 4 weeks? You say
About 2 weeks ago there. Well, a week and a half.
2 weeks. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh well.
In 3 weeks' time is when I go out. So yeah. Well, yeah, 2.5 weeks. I go out for 11 days, or 10, 11 days. So that'd be nice. And then I think first night is my kind of the day after my birthday. So I think we're going to a comedy club, and then I'll be severely jet lagged. And then so I think the next couple of days just me. It's like spending time with Tasha's friends, going on tours around places, and then we're going off to Macau for a couple of days. So into Macau for 2-3 days for a little bit.
Do some beer reviews, Alan.
Oh yeah, I'll be at plenty of beer reviews. Yeah,
that'd be cool, because even in bars and shit, it's like that'd be really damn cool.
It's weirdly I
would feel more relaxed being abroad doing a beer review in a bar, because I mean, I'm quite relaxed with them anyway. I normally have a couple of beers and then I'll do some reviews in the bar. Over here, I'm like, whatever, I don't care.
I mean, last time I was out in Hong Kong, we did take a lot of photos and stuff. We were in a Belgian bar. They're like, "Oh, fuck white people." I was like, "I was the only white guy in there." And it's like they're staring at me as a result of it, and I'm like,
"All right,
yeah, cool, that's fine. I'll just." And the guy behind the bar was like, yeah, don't worry. I was like, I don't fucking care. Nice to have the shooting in the foot to an extent. But yeah, it was. I think we went to a Belgian bar and Belgian beer bar, and we had Chimay, all of the Chimays, and then had some Rochefort as well, and got completely fucked up.
Oh yeah, you do. You can't session them sort of shit.
You can't at all. And we weren't eating, and it was like 36 degrees outside as well. So we were absolutely boiling. Well, I was boiling. 97% humidity too. So you could literally just like walk about 5 minutes. Well, you can literally just step outside. It feels like you're in a hairdryer. It was unpleasant, and it's going to be the same when I go out in a couple of weeks' time. But I can't wait for it.
See, I personally think these places are great if you're on a diet. Just go out there.
Yeah.
Go out there for 2 weeks and walk around.
Sweat it out. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You pay all these fees for going to the gym over a year and shit like that. Just go somewhere fucking hot and then walk around a little bit. And you'll come back and you've lost weight.
And you've got a tan.
And you've had a holiday and you've been somewhere good.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at things. So.
Yeah, you can't fucking walk very far in that though.
No, but if you're fat like me, I've got no chance. But yeah. But
I remember.
I still,
So when
pub crawl, I'd be like, yeah.
I'm getting the same flight as I did when I went out there the first time, and so you kind of leave at 6. You kind of get there around about 8, 9, 10ish in the morning, and then last time when I was out there, basically my hotel, they needed me to kind of check in about 2ish. So I was like, oh great, I've got 4 hours of fucking walking around. Can I drop my bag off? Drop my bag off, and then I had 4 hours just wandering around, severely jet lagged, and I didn't have any money on me at the time because it was all in my suitcase. I couldn't be asked to go back into my suitcase, well, back to the hotel, back into my suitcase, try and get my money out, and then go around. So I literally just walked around everywhere, and yeah, it's just severely unpleasant.
I hate traveling. I love traveling, but I hate luggage traveling. It's just like the worst, boring thing ever.
Yeah.
Luggage is such a rag. There you go.
Yeah, you don't need a space.
It's just you got to wait for your luggage. And like, oh my word, please, really?
Yeah.
And then you go somewhere hot, you're dragging that around. It's like this, boom, and it's like this is a load of bollocks. That's the worst thing about traveling is taking luggage.
Yeah, but you know, suitcases.
We've got a few more comments.
They're lighter than kegs.
Yeah. Yeah. We've got a few more comments. Earth's in the chat. How you doing, Earth? He's out in California. God, it must be mid-afternoon over there for you, I would imagine. Or tea time, I guess. Then we've got another message from Matt. It says, understandable, man. Super far for you guys to travel, but wouldn't feel right not inviting you. That's really kind of you, mate. I really do appreciate it. It's just, yeah, it's if it becomes a regular thing, maybe 1 year, if it's kind of the same date every year, then yeah, there's a chance eventually. You know, it's just family life, and you know, a bit of a mission stuff, but yeah. And then Chris off the temp says nice. So I don't know what that's referring to. A bit of a chat going on since then, but yeah, nice. And that's it. Still 3 people watching, which is like really cool. So
I'm actually going to have to shoot off because
I'm going to shut. Yeah, I'm going to shut this down kind of now anyway. So anyway, thanks for everyone in the chat for watching, or if you're watching it after, because I will leave this up. And yeah, hope you have everyone has a great weekend and all that kind of jazz. Check out the Beer Patrol. I'll be on there on Monday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. Tuesday morning UK time. I'll put the link down below on this one and the one I've done before on my kind of channel update. Doing Burning Sky brewery showcase from next Monday, and also Good Beer Live. Pretty sure it's returning next Saturday. I'm not sure of the time yet. We'll firm up the details. But that was on my last show as well, so check that out on the video before. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for Harry for joining me on this.
Cheers, great to be
nice little chill chat for like an hour and 45 minutes. And cheers.